So the first way to find like-minded people is to search for those people. And you can search for them online and offline. So online on the internet and offline in the street around you, in your neighborhood, in your district, in your village, in your city, no matter where you live. Let's start with finding and searching for like-minded people online. So how do you proceed with that? Well, you can go into social media and search for them. So what do you search for? Let's imagine you go to Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn or other social media platform and you search for those like-minded people. So you search for people who share content that align with your value, with your worldview, with the outcome you look after. And you will find those people quite easily actually. You can look at their profile. What do they talk about? What do they comment on, right? And so once you find those people online, then you can engage in conversation with them. You can reach out to them. You can comment on their posts, for instance, right? So start interacting with them. When you want to find them online, most of those website platforms have a search function. And this is actually pretty useful. So what you want to do is you want to use this search function because it will save you time to access like-minded people. What do like-minded people, people who have similar values, similar worldview as you, post about, search about, talk about? So use those keywords. So for instance, if they talk about respect, transparency, use those keywords. Search for that first. Get started with something. What type of news do they talk about? Search for keywords related to that news. See who comment on what, right? And so you will find them. Start interacting with them. Do not hesitate to reach out to people. Some may not reply. Some will reply. And that's great, right? But you want to engage, right? If you are searching for them online, then search for them. When you use the search criteria, factor in also your location. Because if you were able to find someone online who is already in your city, in your neighborhood, in your district, then it actually saves you a lot of time. So for instance, if you were to use Telegram, well, in the search criteria, also use your location. And you'll be very surprised that sometimes there's already a group existing in your city about stuff, right? For instance, search for freedom and plus the city name, right? For instance, Freedom Lisbon, which is the capital of Portugal. And then see what you get, right? You will need to iterate on that. It won't take you a few minutes, but learn from it. Do some search, look at the comment and stuff like that. You also want to, so you may spend quite some time on it at the beginning. Feel free to limit the time you have for that because it can be actually very time consuming. And when you actually limit the time you allocate to this, you will actually put a constraint on you to optimize your time. So you need to think about the best way to search online for like-minded people. There's also potentially group existing, right? Events existing. Do they have events on Eventbrite or any other event platform? It's very likely, right? You can also use search engine. If there's events, then it's very likely referred and present on the search engine. Use Brave. Use even Google sometimes. Yes, the information is censored, but still you can be able to access a certain level of information. So there's a lot of options actually to search really those groups online. And if you meet other people who are also looking for like-minded people, feel free to share tips. Well, how do you do it? And especially when you look and search online, how do you search? It might be a trivial question, but it matters a lot because depending on the tactic we use, the result can be great or less great. So searching for like-minded people, we've been covering it online. Now offline, right? How do you search like-minded people offline? It actually seems more difficult because you may be introvert, you may be not prone to talk to other people in the street, especially regarding this type of topic about worldview in a context of polarization of the people. But it's a big avenue, right, as well. So what you can do, you can talk to people in your streets. You can talk to groups you are part of, sport groups, cultural groups, social groups. For instance, for me, I realized that in my district, there's actually a WhatsApp group between all the neighbors. And I enter this WhatsApp group and get to know the people. But at some point, I started to talk a little bit about my worldview and issues we encounter. And soon, actually, a bunch of like-minded people showed up. They say, oh, we agree. They thumb up on the post, for instance, right? They like the post, and then they want to engage, or I engage directly with them. Then we create our own WhatsApp group related to, awakening or things like that. And so you see, right? Just step by step, moving forward, but it does work. There's often Telegram, Signal, WhatsApp group between the neighbor or group of neighbors, right? Try to be part of it. And so when you look for like-minded people offline, you want to be a bit cautious, right? You do not, through statements like, I'm totally against the vaccination, I think it's dumb, those who went for it are actually stupid people. You do not say that. Don't start like this, right? It's not the way to engage people. It's not respectful, and plus, if those people are already polarized, they'll be even more polarized. Basically, they will close the door to whatever things you want to say. So do not do that. Start soft, right? And the way to start on this is actually to listen to the people. What do you think about this? Let them talk. Listen to them. I know it's very hard sometimes, right? You can't wait to express your own opinion. You are emotionally very charged and you want to let your emotion go. But please refrain from doing this because it will be extremely counterproductive. So basically, you're taking on yourself to be able to move forward and to reach the outcome you are after. And that will work, right? So start soft, engage them on what do you think about this? What do you think about that? Did you hear about this news? What do you think about it? Oh, the price increase is pretty high. It's pretty constant at the supermarket. It starts to be annoying. I wonder why is this happening, right? Let the people think and talk, right? Some people can't help talking, expressing their view. And so when they talk, you want to listen to them. You want to be able to find alignment. Where is there alignment between you and that person? Why do you want to do that? Because the alignment between you and that person is the place where you can actually start to build the interaction and the thriving. Now, there will be people with who you feel that no, there's no alignment, and you may think that there's no point in creating this alignment, right? Into engaging with them. So yeah, just maintain friendship conversation, but you know that it's unlikely that there's any way forward with those people. So just leave it there. Continue your search, right? So finding like-minded people, searching for them, online, offline. You've got a lot of options. You can be creative about it as well. So feel free to try things. Feel free to reach out to me or anyone in Peopleizer. Feel free to be part also of our group because we have also our own like-minded group globally in the world. There might be people in your country already in this group, so it's a way to get started. I would tend to favorize to go more toward finding like-minded people offline, although it's harder than to find them online. What you may want to do is actually search online, whether offline, so next to you in your neighborhood, there's actually people who are like-minded people. It might be a good way to do this. And you realize that at the end of the day, you will also need to take on yourself, right? If you're not used to go into the street and talk to anyone, then you may want to learn about this skill as well, because it's actually a highly valuable skill. I don't ask you to be a salesperson. I ask you to start reconnecting with the people, listen to them, talk to your neighbor again. And I know that a lot of people don't talk to their neighbor. They don't even know their neighbors. They just say hi and bye in the morning or in the evening. And that's it. It's the only conversation. Very trivial, very, not meaningful conversation. So you want to up this a bit, right? You want to start connecting with the people again. And that will be very useful. Thank you.